heavy, I would climb the hill behind my home, step by step up the steep path, breathing hard, carrying worries of my own. The air would catch inside my chest, each step felt harder than the last. I never knew that years from then, life would feel so much like that. A long road rising toward the sky, wondering how far I could go. But every trail was teaching me something I was too young to know. Along the way there were wildflowers growing, names I never learned but still remember now. Spring blossoms, summer grasses, autumn colors dancing on the mountain ground. Life is not only steep and endless climbing, not only burdens carried through the storm. Even on the hardest roads the wind is still blowing, and somewhere nearby a flower is being born. The seasons changed around the hillside without asking anyone to stay. Tiny blooms beside the pathway quietly brightened ordinary days. I was looking only at the summit, thinking every journey had to hurt. But beauty waited in the small things scattered gently across the earth. The road was never only struggle, though sometimes that was all I could see. The mountain kept its secret lessons until they slowly grew in me. Along the way there were wildflowers growing, names I never learned but still remember now. Spring blossoms, summer grasses, autumn colors dancing on the mountain ground. Life is not only steep and endless climbing, not only burdens carried through the storm. Even on the hardest roads the wind is still blowing, and somewhere nearby a flower is being born. Days feel overwhelming and every step feels far too far. Look around before you lose yourself. The world still holds small shining stars, a gentle breeze, a patch of sunlight, a kindness found along the way. The hill behind my childhood home still whispers this to me today. Along the way there are wildflowers growing, more than we notice when we're looking ahead. Life is not only mountains to be conquered, or all the fears inside our heads. Remember the flowers, remember the seasons, remember the wind when the road feels long. Even through the steepest climb of living, beauty has been walking with us all along.
Like a child playing hide and seek, I knew exactly where to go. When the world became too loud for me, I'd disappear between the pages of a book where no one asked who I should become or what I should do to survive, where I didn't have to measure my life against somebody else's smile. While everyone was running somewhere, I was turning another page, finding quiet rooms made of paper, building shelter from the noise. Books were my first hiding place, my first refuge from the storm, a little world of borrowed stories where my restless heart felt warm when life became too complicated and nothing seemed to make much sense. Books were my first hiding place, my safe and silent residence. Inside those pages I could wander through forgotten towns and distant seas, meet people who carried their own sorrows and somehow understood me. The world outside was full of questions, too heavy for a child to hold, but every book became a lantern, lighting paths through the unknown. Perhaps that's why I still read slowly when the weight of life grows deep. Some people run toward the noise and some of us retreat, not because we're weak or fearful, not because we're afraid to try, but because a quiet story sometimes helps a tired soul survive. Books were my first hiding place, the first home that I chose myself, a corner where I could breathe again without becoming someone else. And even now on difficult days, when the world feels hard to face, I still remember who I was in that first hiding place. Tell me, have you ever hidden inside a book on a day when life felt too heavy? Have you ever found a small piece of yourself waiting quietly between the pages?
The girl who walked alone at dusk followed quiet streets she knew. She never feared the empty roads or skies of faded blue. People gathered all around, yet every heart was on its own. And she learned that even in a crowd, a soul can walk alone. We're all different kinds of stories, different rivers to the sea, living side by side together, yet carrying our own mysteries. Walking alone isn't so bad. The wind still sings, the stars still shine. Sometimes solitude is not a burden. Sometimes it feels like peace of mind. Together yet alone somehow, alone yet somehow not apart. Walking alone isn't so bad when you feel at home inside your heart. insane, why her dreams and quiet thoughts could not be easily explained. And it took even longer still to see what others carry too, that every person walks a road no one else can travel through. We sit beside each other and still feel miles away. We spend the night in solitude and somehow feel accompanied. Perhaps that's just the way we are, wandering between the two, searching for a place to belong, while remaining true. Walking alone isn't so bad. The moon still lights the path ahead. Not every silence needs an answer. Not every tear needs to be shed. The world keeps moving all around, but she no longer feels afraid. Walking alone isn't so bad. Some beautiful journeys are made that way. So today she chose the quiet road, the one she knew was hers to take. And walking alone wasn't so bad, not today. Not for her sake.
I love the sea more than I can explain. When I sit beside a window by the shore and watch the blue horizon breathing slowly, the weight I carry doesn't feel so heavy anymore. One by one my worries leave me, like stones sinking into the tide. And the waves keep whispering softly, you don't have to carry everything inside. The sea has a heart so wide and patient, like a grandmother sitting by the fire, gently brushing back my hair, listening without judgment or desire. So when the world becomes too heavy and my tired soul can hardly stand, I dream about the train to the sea, rolling toward that endless blue expanse, where I can pour out all my sorrow, like rain falling into the waves. The sea takes every blue tear gently and tells me it's alright to rest today. The sea never asked me for answers, never tells me who I should become. It simply opens its arms around me and says, "You've already come so far, my one." The gulls drift slowly through the distance. The sunlight dances on the foam. And for a little while I remember the world can still feel like home. Perhaps that's why I keep returning. Whenever life has worn me thin, some hearts are made for mountains, and some are healed by oceans and the wind. The sea holds stories far older than mine, yet somehow understands them all. Every broken dream, every hidden fear, every tear I never let fall. So when the world becomes too heavy and the night feels longer than it should, I'll buy a ticket on the train to the sea and let the rhythm carry me home for good. To the keeper of forgotten sorrows, to the blue and boundless heart I know, the sea will take my tears and worries and teach me how to let them go. The train carries me toward the shoreline, past fields, rivers, and fading skies, and waiting there beyond the window is the sea, with open arms and patient eyes.
Fear belongs to everyone, even those who seem strong in the sun. Some hide it well, some let it show, but every heart has shadows it knows. I carried mine like a stone inside, quietly keeping it out of sight, standing at the edge of a life unknown, wondering if I was brave enough to go. Then a voice came softly from a book, one I opened more than once to look. It whispered through the pages of my youth, not comfort, but a difficult truth. The bird fights its way out of the egg is its world. Those words followed me through the years, speaking louder than my fears. I needed borrowed courage that day, a little light to show the way, to leave the shell I'd always known, to step into a world not yet my own. The fear was real, the trembling too, but staying behind was frightening too. To be born into a larger sky, I had to let the old world die. the roads I knew, the life I'd planned, the walls I'd built with careful hands. But every dream was pressing from within, like wings that could no longer fit beneath my skin. Something in me wanted more than safety alone. It wanted to become. I needed borrowed courage that day, a voice from far away, to crack the shell of doubt and fear, and trust that another world was near. The fear did not disappear from sight, I simply carried it into the light. And with every step I came to see, the shell was never meant to hold me. Maybe courage isn't fearlessness at all. Maybe courage is answering the call, walking forward with shaking hands, believing life is larger than our plans. I needed borrowed courage once, until it slowly became my own. The shell broke open, the world grew wide, and I found new horizons on the other side. The fear was part of every mile, yet hope kept walking all the while. And though I still feel afraid sometimes, I know now that fear is not the end of the climb. The bird breaks the shell, the shell breaks the world, and somewhere beyond that broken edge, a new sky begins. My mother told me not to go, to stay a little longer, to take it slow. But I packed my bag before the dawn and climbed aboard a bus that carried me on. I believed that if I wanted to become someone, I had to leave before my life had begun. The road ahead was calling out my name, and I thought courage meant walking away. My mother tried to smile through the pain, but tears appeared she could no longer hide away. I saw them shining in the morning light, yet I kept my eyes fixed on the road in sight. If I looked back, I feared I might stay and never find the strength to leave that day. So I held my breath and faced the unknown, pretending I was stronger than I'd ever known. Inside my old worn coat, I carried a single hope, wrapped deep beneath the fraying cloth, protected from the wind and all the loss. I left my mother standing by our home, while I chased a future I could not yet know, believing somewhere beyond the hills and sky, hope might be waiting for me to arrive. The bus rolled past the fields I knew, past familiar roads and skies of blue. The town grew smaller in the window glass, a piece of my life fading as we passed. I carried no riches, no promises in hand, only a dream and a stubborn plan. The city lights were distant stars to me, a place where I imagined I could be free. Inside my old worn coat, I carried had not yet been told. I left my mother standing by our home and followed roads I'd never walked before, believing somewhere beyond the noise and stone, hope might be waiting in the city of my dreams. Years have passed since that morning bus, and life became more complicated than I thought it was. But when the nights grow dark and long, I still remember where my journey started from. Not the city, not the crowded streets, but the tears my mother tried not to let me see. Inside my old worn coat, I carried a single hope. And though the world was harder than I knew, that hope somehow carried me through. I left my mother standing by our home, and I have never forgotten that goodbye. For every dream I found along the way began with her love and a bus ride toward the sky. The city was not where hope was waiting. Hope was already there, folded carefully inside an old coat, into my mother's tears as I walked away. The wildflowers know something I am still learning: how to survive the seasons without breaking. When the fierce winds come across the field, they do not fight what they cannot shield. They bend with the storm, they follow the sky, trusting that the darkness will someday pass by. They do not call themselves strong or brave, yet they endure every wave. When winter scatters snow across the ground, the wildflowers quietly wait it out. They surrender to the cold for a while, holding life beneath the silence and ice. They know what many hearts forget, that every ending is not the end yet. The earth remembers what the snow conceals, and spring remembers how to heal. I am a wildflower too, growing beneath the morning dew, even if nobody sees me bloom. I will still fill my corner of the world with color. When the wind is past, when the storm is through, I will rise again as wildflowers do. And if I fall 1,000 times before, I can stand up one more. There were days I thought the season had gone wrong, days when I forgot where I belong, days when the rain felt endless overhead, and hope seemed like a word somebody else had said. But somewhere beneath the ache and doubt, a small root kept reaching deeper down. Life was quietly holding on to me, even when I could not see. I am a wildflower too, not famous, not extraordinary or new, just another life beneath the sun, learning how to begin again and again. The snow may fall, the wind may blow, still I carry stand up one more. Perhaps strength is not standing forever tall. Perhaps strength is rising after every fall. Not because the pain was small, but because the heart still answers the call. I am a wildflower in the field, bending when I must, refusing to yield. No audience, no applause, no grand display, yet I keep blooming anyway. The storms will come, the seasons will change, but I am not defined by the rain. And when the world asks how I survived it all, I will smile and say, I simply stood up one more time. The wildflowers know the wind never stays forever. The snow never stays forever, and neither does despair. So bloom again, just one more time. Just one more time. When I was young, there was a small hill behind my hometown. If I climbed to the top, there was a bigger sky waiting there. Down in the village, life was crowded. Houses, roads, responsibilities, familiar faces. We spent so much time looking at what was in front of us that we forgot to look up. Sometimes we even forgot the sky existed. But on the hill, everything changed. I didn't have to search for it. I didn't have to lift my head very high. The sky was already there, stretching endlessly above me, smiling quietly as if it had been waiting all along. And it didn't matter whether I noticed it or not. The sky remained. It watched over my childhood. It watched over my mistakes. It watched over my dreams, always in the same place. Always larger than my worries. Years later, life became heavier. There were days when I felt lost in crowded cities, surrounded by buildings instead of hills. One evening, without thinking, I looked up. It wasn't my hometown. It wasn't the hill I used to climb. But the sky was there. The same sky. Patient, unchanged, waiting for me to remember. The sky above the hill still lives inside me. Whenever life becomes too heavy, whenever my heart forgets how to breathe, it whispers softly, "You'll be all right." Take a long breath. Begin again. You don't have to carry everything today. And somehow, for a moment, I believe it. So tonight, before you close your eyes, take a moment, step outside, or look through the nearest window. The sky is still there, behind your busy day, behind your worries, behind every unfinished plan. And perhaps, even now, it is standing quietly behind you, whispering the same words it once whispered to me. Take a deep breath. You can start again. Tomorrow is waiting. Have you heard the voice of the sky today? Late at night I ride the crowded train. The long day heavy in my bones, but behind the darkened window of my quiet place, a small island of peace is waiting for me. The shoes come off, the worries loosen too. The room is empty, but it knows my name. The road home feels a little softer tonight. The world can wait until tomorrow comes. And waiting patiently in the refrigerator light, a cold beer promises a simple kind of delight. Sometimes happiness is smaller than it seems, hidden in ordinary things. No applause, no crowd, no grand display. Some victories are just surviving the ride. I whisper to myself beneath the quiet ceiling, you worked hard today, you did alright. A place to return to, a bed to rest my head. For now, the journey is done. The road home feels a little softer tonight. The world can wait until tomorrow comes. And waiting patiently in the refrigerator light, a cold beer promises a simple kind of delight. Sometimes happiness is smaller than it seems, hidden in ordinary things. The city grows quiet beyond the store, a room that's mine. A cold can of beer waits patiently, a small reward for another day well lived.
England is famous for its rain, and some days the sky stays grey. But here's the thing people often forget: it doesn't rain every day. There are seasons when we cannot see beyond the storm, when tomorrow feels hidden behind the clouds. Hold on a little longer, even when the sky is dark. The rain is never forever, the clouds will break. And just as the sky clears after a downpour, new chances arrive after difficult seasons. A brighter morning is already on its way. The strongest trees are not the ones that never faced the wind. The deepest roots are hidden underground. Maybe life is just rain and sunshine sharing the same sky. Endings quietly making room for beginnings. You are stronger than you ever thought. Hold on a little longer, even when the sky is dark. The rain is never forever, the clouds will break. And just as the sky clears after a downpour, new chances arrive. After difficult seasons, a brighter morning is already on its way. If today feels like a storm, hold on a little longer. The rain is passing, the sky is already changing, and another chance is coming with the light. You may never have your name in the headlines, or stand beneath bright spotlights, but that doesn't mean your life is small or any less worthy of wonder. Most days arrive and leave quietly, and yet those ordinary days are where life is truly lived. Because happiness is not always found in being extraordinary. Sometimes success is simply this: living another ordinary day in good health, laughing when you can, resting when you need to, and making it home again tonight. The world celebrates the exceptional, but it is built by ordinary people who keep their promises. The stars shine brightly in the night sky, but most of life is made of countless ordinary moments, joined together one by one. And that is enough, because happiness is not always found in being extraordinary. Sometimes success is simply this: living another ordinary day in good health, laughing when you can, resting when you need to, and making it home again tonight. You do not have to be famous or shine brighter than anyone else. If you are here, healthy enough to keep going, you are already living a remarkable life. Today you lived, and that is what happiness looks like. You may never have your name in the headlines, or stand beneath bright spotlights, but that doesn't mean your life is small or any less worthy of wonder. Most days arrive and leave quietly, and yet those ordinary days are where life is truly lived. Because happiness is not always found in being extraordinary. Sometimes success is simply this: living another ordinary day in good health, laughing when you can, resting when you need to, and making it home again tonight. The world celebrates the exceptional, but it is built by ordinary people who keep their promises. The stars shine brightly in the night sky, but most of life is made of countless ordinary moments, joined together one by one. And that is enough, because happiness is not always found in being extraordinary. Sometimes success is simply this: living another ordinary day in good health, laughing when you can, resting when you need to, and making it home again tonight. You do not have to be famous or shine brighter than anyone else. If you are here, healthy enough to keep going, you are already living a remarkable life. Today you lived, and that is what happiness looks like.
The world keeps telling us to hurry, to keep moving, to keep proving ourselves. But even the strongest hearts grow tired, and heavy souls need a place to breathe. So I've carved a small space out of this melody, a quiet presence beside your path. If the road has been difficult, come and sit here for a while. You don't have to explain your worries, you don't have to pretend you're strong. Let this music be your old tree stump, waiting quietly to hold your weight. The tree spent its life giving shade and fruit, and now it leaves one fine single seat beneath the open sky, where the day's burdens can slip to the grass. Sometimes the most important step forward is the moment we stop and just rest. If the road has been difficult, come and sit here for a while. You don't have to explain your worries. You don't have to pretend you're strong. Let this music be your old tree stump, waiting quietly to hold your weight. There is no rush today. Take a deep breath, and whenever life feels too heavy, let this silence keep you company. I'll still be here, your quiet place to rest. At first I thought my purpose was simple: to help my husband build his dreams. I gave my days to the life we were making, believing our future was also my own. Then came the children, and without even noticing, their happiness became the center of my world. Their victories felt like mine. Their struggles became my prayers. Years passed in lunchboxes, school uniforms, late night worries, and early morning routines. I was so busy helping others grow that I forgot to ask where my own path led. And then one day, quietly, they left to build lives of their own. Just as I once left my hometown, just as I once left my mother standing behind. The nest became quiet, the rooms grew larger, the days stretched farther than before. And I sat inside the shell that remained, like a cocoon after the butterfly had flown, wondering what was left for me now, wondering who I was beneath all the roles I had worn. The silence felt unfamiliar at first. A house can be full of memories, even when it is empty of people. Every corner held echoes of laughter, footsteps that no longer cross the floor, voices that now arrive through telephone calls instead of bedroom doors. And for a while, I mistook the silence for loneliness. The nest became quiet, but perhaps quiet is not the same as empty. Perhaps this season was never about losing. Perhaps it was about becoming a new chapter And then the music spoke softly, patiently, like an old friend sitting beside me. I see you. I know this season is difficult. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. I will stay with you for a while. So when the house feels too quiet and the evening arrives a little too early, I listen to melodies that understand, to songs that sit beside me in the dark, to voices that remind me that life is not over simply because it has changed. The children have gone on to their own journeys, and now perhaps it is finally time for me to begin another one. Once I left my mother behind to search for my own life. Now the ones I loved have done the same. And in the quiet house they left behind, the music whispers, you are not alone. I am here, keep going. There is still a song waiting for you. How much is enough? How much must we gather before the hunger ends? A bigger house, another title, one more victory, one more thing to place upon the shelf. Yet desire has a curious way of growing. The more it receives, the more it asks for, like a fire that feeds upon its own flame, never quite satisfied. I have seen people spend their lives collecting possessions, collecting praise, collecting reasons to feel secure, as though enough treasures could somehow convince time to wait. But time never waits. The seasons continue turning, and every road eventually reaches evening. We cannot carry it with us, not the gold, not the applause, not the things we fought to own. One day we will leave this world with the same empty hands we arrived with. So perhaps the question is not how much we can gather, but how gratefully we can use what has already been given. This earth was never meant to be a permanent address. We are travelers here for a little while, guests passing through a beautiful country, borrowing its sunlight, its rivers, its mornings. The flowers bloom without trying to own the garden. The birds sing without possessing the sky. Perhaps they understand something we have forgotten. We cannot carry it with us, but we can enjoy it while we are here. A warm meal shared with friends, a quiet evening beneath the stars, a hand held during difficult days, a laugh that arrives unexpectedly These are treasures that ask for nothing more than our attention. The wealthiest person may leave with empty hands. The simplest person may leave with a full heart. And when the journey ends, perhaps that is what remains. Not what we owned, but what we loved. So let us stop measuring our lives by what we have accumulated. Let us be grateful for what we have today. Let us use it well, share it freely, enjoy it fully. And when the time comes to leave, may we leave with peace instead of regret. How much is enough? Perhaps enough is simply this: to receive what life gives, to be thankful, to share it with others. And then, when our journey is finished, to return home with a heart lighter than our hands. The road was never easy, not for me, not for you, not for anyone who has walked long enough to know. Every life carries its own steep hills, its own storms, its own silent battles. And yet we keep moving, one day at a time. Sometimes I wonder if life had always been gentle, if every wish had arrived on time, if every path had been smooth and clear. How many of us would have discovered the strength hidden inside ourselves? Perhaps it was the difficult seasons that taught us how to endure. The road was never easy, but neither was it impossible. The scars became lessons, the struggles became roots, and little by little the heart learned how to carry more than it once could. What once felt unbearable eventually became part of our strength. Nothing stays difficult forever, nothing stays easy forever. The seasons keep changing, the wheel keeps turning. The sorrow that seems endless today will one day become a story you survived, and the comfort you enjoy today will someday ask you to be brave again. The road was never easy, but look how far you've come. Look at the mountains behind you, look at the nights you endured, look at the mornings you almost gave up, yet somehow chose to continue. You are stronger than you remember. So today I rise to my feet and applaud the people still walking, the ones who carry invisible burdens, the ones who smile while healing, the ones ones who keep showing up, even when the journey is hard. They deserve more recognition than the world often gives them. The road was never easy, and perhaps it never will be, but that does not mean we are failing. It means we are living, and for every difficult mile behind us, for every wound that became wisdom, for every season we survived, we have earned the right to be proud. So tonight, I send my applause to you and to myself, for all the years we kept going, for all the roads we walked, for all the storms we survived. And quietly, with a grateful smile, I nod and say, you're doing well. Keep going. Some people are running as fast as they can, chasing horizons with fire in their hands. Some move slowly, taking their time, finding their rhythm beneath the sky. Some have stopped to rest beside the road, setting down the weight of what they've carried. And me, I am walking. I could run until I burn myself out. I could spend my life trying to keep up, but I have learned that speed is not the same as purpose, and arriving first is not always arriving well. I do not need to race every stranger I meet. I do not need to turn my life into a competition. The road is long enough already. So today I keep walking, one step after another, not too fast, not too slow, just enough to keep moving forward. The destination can wait, the journey matters too, and I have chosen to walk. Sometimes someone who was behind me passes me without looking back. Sometimes someone far ahead disappears into the distance, and sometimes I watch another traveler stop and sit beneath a tree. For a moment I wonder if I'm doing it wrong, but then I remember their road is not mine. So today I keep walking, because this pace belongs to me. I don't need another person's map, I don't need another person's dream. I only need enough courage to keep taking the next step. The mountain doesn't ask how fast I climb, the sky doesn't measure my success. The road beneath my feet only asks one thing: will you continue? And my answer is yes. Today I keep walking, through ordinary mornings and difficult nights, through seasons of hope and seasons of doubt, through victories nobody sees, and struggles nobody understands. I keep walking because this is my life, not theirs. is their story. As for me, today and tomorrow, and for as long as I can, I will keep walking, because I have learned that a life does not need to be fast to be meaningful. It only needs to keep moving forward.